So we solve the first question on stoichiometry, specifically on the empirical formula. So the question reads: a ascorbic acid is composed of 40.92% carbon, 4.58% hydrogen, and 54.50% oxygen by mass. Determine its empirical formula. So the first thing that we do is to write the symbols in accordance to how they are mentioned. So the first one was carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Then I put the percentage composition. Since they are a percentage, I have to divide by 100 so that I convert them to decimals. Once I convert them to decimals, now I divide by what? By the atomic mass of each of the elements mentioned. Once I divide by the atomic mass, I was having these masses. But once I have this mass, I have to identify which one is the smallest number that I have obtained. If you see here, my smallest number was this one, which now I'll have to divide throughout my obtained values. Once I do that, it was coming to this. But if you see, I have a 1.00 here, I have a 1.33, and I have a 1. So when you have that case now, you have to look for a number whereby if I multiply, I make sure this one is like maybe a 4 or a 3. So if you see here, if I multiply by 3, you're going to see that this will change to 9, and this will be 3.99. So 3.99 can be approximated to a 4. So that's why I've chosen a 3 there. So when I multiply by a 3, I'm going to have a 3 there, 4.00 and a 3, which now reduces to C3H4O3. So this is now the empirical formula of the question mentioned. Let's look at another example. This is now relating to the percentage composition. So I'm saying charcoal pyrite is a principal mineral of copper. Calculate the number of kilograms of copper in 3.71 times 10 to the power 3 kg. So what happens here? We are told that this is the mass of what? Charcoal pyrite. And now in this mass, they want now the mass of copper. But remember the formula for the charcoal pyrite, it is this one. So it means I have to make copper a fraction of the entire elements that are present in that compound, which was here. I did this, then the mass there, which means I'm going to have now the mass of copper because I've made copper a fraction of the entire element. So, but what is the atomic mass of copper? It is 63.55. Then the molecular mass of this molecule, it is 193.5. Then times the mass that we are given. Hence, the mass of copper is 1.28 times 10 to the power 3 kg. So that is the mass of copper in this what? Charcoal pyrite. Thank you.